Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am here finally with a join for the crochet blocks that we have been making for my Crochet Block of the Month series. If you're not familiar with that series, I have a playlist link in the description of this video and also on the end screen. I've been making one crochet block per month, approximately 12 inches square, and they come out on the 15th of the month. So far I've been good at hitting the 15th, but could be off a little bit. We still have 6 more to go. So yeah, this is June. We have done 6 crocheted blocks so far, and I'm going to show you how I am joining them. And I'm actually quite happy. I played with it a lot. I would have liked something a little fancier, but my main goal was to be able to take blocks that are not the same size when you're done, because mine are not, and I'm going to show you by how much. And I got something that just worked, and it looks great. So it's very simple. I will show it to you laying down, but that's it. That's the join. And I went with brown because I'm using a different color for each square, and I didn't want black because it's so harsh. I didn't want white. I don't know, I just didn't want white. And I had mentioned in one of my videos that I think I'll go with brown. And then somebody commented and said, no, you don't use brown. So after that, I was like, well, then I'm fucking doing brown. That's all there is to it, right? Because nobody tells me I can't do brown. I imagine you can do this, what I'm about to do, on any crocheted blocks. But mine, for this series, have all been finished by doing a slip stitch row all around each block. Go see the first one in this series, the January block. Again, playlist is in the description of the video. Go see that and you'll see how to do that slip stitch. That slip stitch around it makes for a very clean look when you put the borders and connect your blocks together, your squares together, or whatever shape you're using. So I highly recommend that. And like I said before, yarn is very forgiving. Crocheted items, knitted items. So if you're off, you don't have to freak out. It can work. So yes, I have this row done. I didn't put my ends in yet. I'll probably do that only after I connect 2 rows. I'm kind of glad that I made 6 squares before coming up with the join, because now I was able to join 3. I joined the second row, and we're going to work on the first row, and I'm going to show you right now like how far apart they are. And it's funny because one has more stitches on the side but is shorter because there's different tension, and some of the stitches are just made in a way that they're going to be taller. And yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys have blocks that are off and that you can remedy that by using what I'm going to do. You'll be happy. You'll be happy that you didn't take things apart and over again and start over. Here we go. So here's block 1, 2, and 3. And check this out. Now that's off, not by a whole lot, but the thing is, this one, when I counted the slip stitches, there's 46 of them. This one, there's only 39. So I was like, okay, great. Now let's go over here. Look at that. So again, 39 here and 37 there. That's only off by 2 stitches, but look at the difference in height. That's a good solid inch. And we're going to do magic and make that work. So let me sit down and I'll tell you what you need to do. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to count these slip stitches that we made because I told you to. If you didn't do this step, don't worry about it. Just try to figure out how many stitches you think you would need on that side. But it's really easy if you do the slip stitch. Now I start counting by this loose one here in the corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You just do that all the way. And, I would say this is that loose one here. Where am I? Right here. I would stop with that guy right there. And you don't have to worry about that either, because we can fix that when we're actually joining them. So for this one, I had 46, even though it's shorter than this one. And this side, I had 39. Over here, I had 39 again. And here I have 37, even though it's much shorter than this one. So I just said, okay, we're looking at 37 to 46. And I just picked the number 40. I said, I'm going to make 40 single crochets on each side. And that's what I did for the second row of blocks too. But you're still going to have to count, because now we have to know how many we have to increase or decrease. So let's start right here. We said that I had 46. I want 40 single crochets. So I'm going to decrease 6 stitches as I go along. Don't worry as to where you do that, but I'm going to show you how to do that. So let me go get the brown yarn for the join, because I like brown. There's no rules. Decide which way you want your blocks to go. If they're square, you can turn them. So, you know, this gives a vertical look, which I like, but I'm going with this. And we're going to do a row of single crochet on each side. Then we will join that. I did see some joins that I really liked, but it was going to be hard to show you up close, you know, where you just work like with your hook and, you know, go through and you're doing it all together. But I thought this would be easier, and it'll give you some ideas. So we're going to move this one for now. And I told you that I have 46 stitches here, but I picked the number 40. That was somewhere between 37 and 46. I just liked 40 because I thought it's a nice even number and I will remember it. So I'm going to do 40 single crochets, and I know that I have to decrease 6 because I have 46 stitches. And I'm just going to decrease along the way. Now, you don't have to be fussy about this, but if I'm doing 6 stitches, maybe about halfway, I'd like to decrease there, maybe there, and then there. There's 6, okay? Did you get that? Did you get it? So let's go here. And I mentioned that this loose guy is what I'm calling my corner. And what I do is I'm just going to pull the yarn through. And I'm going to do a single crochet. But then I'm going to pull this one tight. And I'm going to do a single crochet now in that same space. So I'm going in, pull through 2. It just makes that single crochet easier to find when we come to join. See? Looks like that. Now notice the V's. I am going to be using the back loop only. There. And the front loop, that's going to be visible on our block, and that's what makes it have a nice finished look. So try to make sure you do the back loop only. It's kind of hard to go under both, so you're not likely to do that. Back loop only. Go in. Okay, single crochet. So that's 2. And that one's a little tight. See, because these are tighter, that's why there's more of them, but yet it's shorter. You know, it's not as long as the other one. 3, 4, let's do a decrease. I'm going to show you just in case you don't know how to do a single crochet decrease. We're going to go in 1 stitch, pull through. Don't go through that now, just leave that. Go in the next one, pull through. So now we're taking these 2 and we're making them 1. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. See the base there? That would have been a single crochet, that would have been a single crochet, but we turned all of them into just 1 single crochet. So instead of 2 single crochets there, we have 1. That is 1 decrease. Now let's just go back to doing some single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, let's, I don't know, for the heck of it, do 6. I'll count them again after. Okay, so let's do a decrease. I'm going in the back loop, pull through, just leave the yarn there on your hook. Go in the next one, pull through. Now you have 3 loops instead of 2. Pull through all 3. So right now I have 1. See how it's nice and easy to find that single crochet, that first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's do my third decrease. So that was 17, and now I'm going to count 18 while doing my decrease. Going in, pulling through, going in, pulling through. 18, 19, just regular single crochets now. 20, 21, 22. I feel like decreasing, so there's that, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, let's do a decrease. There, whoops, there, 30. At this point, we're close to the end. I can count. I don't have to worry as to like, oh my goodness, how many decreases did I just do? We know we want 40 stitches, right? Let's count what we have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we want to end there. So we have 11. So we decrease 1 more. I'm going to do that like somewhere here. So at this point, I'm just going to count 10 because I know I need 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do a decrease right here. In the next one too. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't like to put a decrease like right at the very end because it can make it just like a little harder to see where you actually ended. So try to do it within your work. But if you got to this point and you're like, shit, I was supposed to do a decrease, just undo a few. Do your decrease and then go back to the end. Now I'm cutting this. So you can see our single crochet row and you can see that little line that it creates. I just like it very much. Now for this one, I have 39 stitches. Even though it is longer than this one and longer than this one, we're going to increase a stitch because we have only 39 and I want 40 stitches. It's going to work because our stitches are going to be a little tighter than this. This is very loose. Oh, and I'm using the same hook that I crocheted these with. And it's 10 and a half, well, yeah, 10 and a half K. I know it's weird to say we have 39, but we want 40. We're going to make this longer. Nope, it's going to work, I promise. So I want to crochet on this edge. So let's get this guy out and turn this. And we're going to be using that corner that sticks out. And I have it there too, right there. I'm trying to stay under the camera for you. And again, I have 39 stitches and I want 40, so I'm going to increase. So I'll show you how to do an increase now. Starting the same way, just pulling my yarn through, and I'm going to do a single crochet like that. It's not really a single crochet, it's just pulling through a slip stitch, I guess, I don't know. And now we're going to do a single crochet in there. There's one. And we're still doing just the back loops of the slip stitches here. 2, 3, I'm not going to count with you for the whole row, 4, 5. Now let's do our increase. I know some of you are saying, no, you should do it in the center. Doesn't matter. So we're going to increase. That just means we're going to put 2 single crochets in the same space. So right here I'm going to do a single crochet, like that. And we're doing another single crochet right in the same space. So what did I say I had before? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we would have had just 6, but we have 7. Okay, now I'm just doing single crochets all the way across, and I should have 40, and I'll see you on the other end. Okay, I want to show you. I must have counted wrong. I just did 34, so I'm going to count 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. I need 40. That means I either counted wrong and I didn't have 39 to begin with, or it's possible I made a mistake somewhere in there. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is not look back. I'm going to just do another increase. So this is number 35. And then I need an increase, so I'm going right back in the same stitch. So that's 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And like I said, when you get to the end, if you're like, wait a minute now, I have one more than I thought. I was increasing and now I have one too many. Do a decrease. You don't have to go back and try to find that. And I'm going to cut. Pull that yarn through. Now we get to actually join. So this is what we have. We have 2 squares that have 40 stitches. And let me see if I can show you. Now I've got them lined up at the top, and I'm going to show you that, you know, this one still is, let me show you. This one still is longer, but we're about to fix that by joining. So what we're going to do is, these are the right sides up. We're going to put them right sides together, just like we do with sewing. We're going to crochet these together. It doesn't matter if you put, you know, this one in the back or if you do it this way. It doesn't matter which direction you go in. But you want to make sure you have the right sides together. Now if you look, this is the right side. See, it has these little lines here from when we did those slip stitches. The wrong sides are like bumpy. So you want your right sides together. And this is what we're going to be using. See the chain? The chain closest to you, you want, I'm going to call it this, the front one. I'm going to call it the front, and this is the back. I'm going to call this the front and this one the back. So on this block that's closest to you, you want the front chain, and that's going to be really easy. You're going to be holding it like this, and it's just going to be there, there, there. When we do that, we're going to be pushing this guy to the front, to the other side. On this side, we want the back. So this, that, that. And that leaves this guy to be pushed to the front. So we're going to have those little lines on the other side, and I'll show that to you after we do a few. So I want the one closest to me, I want the front one here, and on this side I want the back one. This is the one I want. And I'm going to get my yarn. Where is it? My lovely brown yarn. And just pulling through, and then I'm going to just pull through like I did before, and now I'm going to do an actual single crochet there under both of those that I just captured. That and that. Single crochet. I can tighten all this stuff. There we go. Okay, so for the next stitch, I'm trying to show you. I want the one closest to me here in the front, and then this one in the back. And we're just going to do single crochet. And we're going to do that all the way down. So closest to me and furthest away from me. And again, just so you can really see what I'm doing, I want this one, the close one, I'm going under that. And then in the back, I want not that one, but that one in the back. So it's like the outside on both sides. See, this is the outer one, and that's the outer one. So here and here. So let me do a few, and then I'll open it and show you what it looks like on the other side. Now, if you don't like doing it this way, you can go under the whole V and under the whole V all the way. Gonna make your join a little thicker, and it won't have the cool little lines that I'm about to show you. So this one and that one. And this one and that one. A couple more, and I'll open it up. This one and that one. It works really fast. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. See? By not going under the whole V, we have these nice brown lines now. See that we have lines here and there. And so that's what it looks like. And I just really like it very much. So let me just go to the end and I'll be right back. I made it to the end. I already cut my yarn. I'm just going to pull the yarn through. And that's it. Now, when you get to the end, if it doesn't match up perfectly, just do an increase or a decrease, whatever it takes. You don't have to take everything apart and start over. Now, let's look at the join here. You'll quickly see if you made a mistake, because if this ridge here, these brown ridges, like all of a sudden there's one that's not showing, that's because you stuck your hook under both of the threads of yarn. But you can see I didn't do that. I got it right. You know, is it the most beautiful thing in the world? It isn't. But it's a very easy way to get your blocks to match up. Look at this end. Look at this end. They're even. I'll take the camera off and show you. Now this might want to shrink up again a little bit, but when this is all done, there's going to be a border around it, and everything is just going to work out nicely. So you can see in there. So now let's bring this guy back into the mix. Let me set this up. Hang on a second. Okay, there's quite a difference. See, they're even here. And I just counted this again, and this time I got 38 instead of 39. And this one is 37. So I'm going to put 40 in each, and I'm just going to hope this works. I didn't do this one before. I'm telling you, this yarn shrinks up depending on the stitch. There wasn't this much difference before, but there is now. So I'm going to go ahead off camera, and I'm going to put, the single crochet row, 40 stitches, 40 stitches, and then we'll see where we are at that point. So this is what we have. It stretched this one out enough, and it shrunk that one down enough that they match. Like I said, is it perfect? Oh, is it beautiful? Absolutely not. It's not like the best join I've ever seen, but I think it does the trick. I didn't want something wide between the blocks. I just wanted, them to be joined, and I wanted brown. I am stopping here. So let me get the other strip, though. Hang on. This isn't looking half bad. Now again, we're going to be doing the same thing when we join the rows together. We're going to be counting on each side to see, well, we wouldn't have to. We're going to be just matching this up. So when we're doing our stitches, well, I still could do 40 and then 40. And then when we're joining them, we want to make sure we have these nice intersections. They're our friends this time because they're going to let us know that we're, working from here to here, and then here to here. And we're just going to go all the way across. I know, that sounds confusing. We'll get there. We have 6 more blocks to go. You can do your rows if you're doing them as we go. We will have ends to tie in, not too many, since we used just one color per square. And then at the end, we'll put the rows together, and then we'll do a border, and we'll be done. It's going to be a nice size. That's the width, and then with the border, It's going to be good. All right, you guys. I hope this wasn't too confusing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Please subscribe so you can see the rest of the blocks and the finished Afghan. Bye.